Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video, I was going to do a little update on just a little scene that I made in the Lego City. I really haven't done a whole lot with the Lego City lately. Just moved around a couple of things and just made that scene, and that's about it. The scene I made, it's pretty cool. It's really easy to make. I found it on Bricklink Studio Gallery. I'm going to link that in the description. I thought it was just kind of a neat little scene to break up the monotony on the high rise, because it's kind of monotonous when you just got gray plates and construction vehicles. So it's like a little, just a abandoned building that's just fallen to pieces, and you got a couple of bums in there just sipping away and next to a little fire that they made. I thought it was just kind of cool that somebody made that, so I figured I'd make it too. So I'll take you in the Lego City here in a minute. In today's video, I wanted to talk about just some future plans that I have, both for the rest of the time that I live here and for when I buy a house. I just thought that'd be kind of cool. Discuss some plans that I have, and then maybe you guys could say like some things you do like, or if you have suggestions or some things that you don't like. So I just thought that would be kind of a cool video to make. So I'm gonna jump into the Lego City. I'll show you that little scene real quick, and then I'll get back to talking a little bit more. All right, so here we are in the Lego City. We're by the high-rise edition here, and I'm positioning myself right here. This is the scene that I made. It's just a crumbling building, got a bunch of stuff just laying around, a bunch of garbage, like weeds growing out, just some cobblestones that lead up to a path there, and the building's just falling to pieces. You got a bulldozer about to bulldoze it out, and you got a couple of bums in there that are having a little fire, roasting some food, and you got the cops walking up about to kick them out. So again, that was just something I found on Bricklink Studio Gallery, and I just tweaked it to my own liking. And again, I'll link it in the description so you can take a look at it too. But all in all, I'm really pleased with it. It's just going to be a temporary scene. I'm going to get rid of it once I get buildings. But I had all of these parts, and I had tons and tons of random minifigure accessories. So I just figured it would be kind of cool to just make something like that in the Lego City. And like I said, it's just temporary. So once I get a building, that scene will be going away. Maybe I'll recreate it again somewhere else in the Lego City once I find more space. But this is a look at the Lego City currently. I'll come around to the front. Once again, I'm like really pleased with how things are looking. Like, it's really wild to me that this is basically almost done. There's really not much else to do besides just a couple of more buildings. Because like a year ago, the Lego City looked a lot different than it does now. And I'm really, really happy with how things are looking. And yeah, it's starting to look really good, like really how I like it. So yeah, that's the Lego City, and now I'm going to talk about just some future plans that I have for the Lego City the rest of the time I live here and when I move. Okay, so that was just my little tidbit on my little scene that I made. Feel free to check it out on Bricklink Studio Gallery, and like I said, the guy made it easy to, or free to download, I should say. He made it free to download, so if you have Bricklink Studio, download it, take a look at it, change it how you want. And that's what I did. Really easy, just used a bunch of random parts that I had laying around, and it was just kind of a fun scene to me. So now for the future plans for the rest of the time I live here. So I want to finish getting all the buildings for that high rise there. What buildings in particular? It's going to be the 2026 modular, which I hear is a music / furniture store. So I'm curious to see what it looks like. I hope it's good. Lego's been doing pretty good with modulars lately. Two Door Corner last year was pretty good for the most part. Wasn't my favorite, but they did a pretty good job with it, and I ended up liking it more once I built it and finished it. So I'm curious to see what that looks like. I do want to make a custom town hall, and I do have plans to build a market street. That one is going to be custom built. I am not paying however much people want for that. I think it's over $1,000. I'm not paying that. So I will just substitute parts and just build it myself. It'll just be so much cheaper to do it that way. There's lots of people that have made like more updated versions of it too, because I do like the little awning on the side, like the actual market part of it. I'm not sure if I'm going to include it, but there's people that have like updated it, made it look a little more, you know, detailed, added like a little more, like some more features with it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I might do that. I don't know if I'm just going to do that or have the building. We'll find out sooner or later. I think that is probably the next one I'm going to build actually though, because later on this month I have some expenses that I have to pay for. Actually this weekend I have to go to the dentist and get a root canal. Not fun, not cheap either. I have a vacation coming up later in the month. Me and a few buddies are going down south and being train buffs because I'm also a big train buff myself. So that's going to cost a little bit of money just for the hotels, food, gas, all that fun stuff. So I think Market Street is just going to be a little cheaper, so that's why I'm doing that one this month. So that's kind of plans for the rest of the time that I live here. Now talking about when I move to a house. We are going to start looking for a house, my fiance and I, probably next spring, March, April, and we would really like to just have our own place. We're tired of living in apartments. I'm sure somebody or many people that watch my videos probably live in apartments, and you know, our place is pretty nice. Like, I like our place, but I get tired of having neighbors on top of me and so close to me. So I'm really excited to just have our own little space, you know, and we can just be us. So we're wanting one that has a big basement because that's where all the Legos are going to go, preferably finished basement. And I do have plans to have a very large train station. I want to do that because I work at a very large train station. I think that would be pretty cool to emulate that. I want to pick up some more trains. Another thing that I would like to do is towards the right side of the city here is have more of a business district and have some skyscrapers because I work in Chicago. I've been to New York City with all the skyscrapers, been to New York City multiple times. And I think that would look really cool just to add some skyscrapers. And then you go from like just a smaller town, like downtown vibe, to a big city downtown vibe. I think that would look really cool. I haven't really designed anything for that yet. It's just wheels turning in my head right now. I think that would be pretty cool. I also want a wooded area, like maybe with a mountain and some like campsites, some wildlife. I think that would look really cool. And again, these are all just like kind of in the brainstorming phase, so to speak. So that's those are the plans for now. The only thing I really do have designed is that massive train station. I have put it in an earlier video. I'm probably not going to put it in this video because when I do a studio rendering of that, the file is so large that it just crashes my computer. So I'm not even going to bother putting it in there. But it's pretty cool. It's got like, I think 8 tracks, 3 tracks for an engine pit, 8 passenger tracks. It's got a massive train station. It kind of looks like a castle. It looks sweet. Every time I look at it, I'm just like, I want to do this so bad. And like a lot of times I'll end up going and buying a Powerball ticket hoping I can win so I can just get a jump start on it. But anyway, those are the future plans. I do want to say, so this Lego City, the way I have it now, it is going to stay like that when I move to my new place. I'm going to pretty much keep it exactly how it is now. I might change, you know, a couple of things, but for the most part, this is going to stay how it is. I'm not going to really change anything up. I might move like a couple of buildings around, but that's about it. So I'll probably just take a bunch of pictures how I have everything and take it to the new place and set it up that way. So that wraps up the video. I don't really have much else for future plans. If you have some suggestions, if there's things that you do like or don't like in the Lego City, please feel free to leave a comment. People have left some really good suggestions on some of my videos, and I've actually been looking them up on like Bricklink, like for parts. One of the videos was one of the scenes that I made in the Lego City, or my favorite scenes that I made in the Lego City, and somebody suggested making a kid peeing in the lake and have somebody next to him like with a shocked expression. So I've been looking up trying to figure out how to make parts for that. Although the only weird thing is like entering that into a Google search is kind of weird. So I kind of just have been figuring it out in my head. So, but whoever suggested that, that's really good. I am looking at making that scene because I think it would be kind of funny. But yeah, that wraps up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed my little spiel. Like I said, if you have suggestions, please comment. And as always, folks, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.